Welcome back to Mostly Superheroes. We are here in the basement, St. Louis, Missouri. Another one for you here in the second week of July. It's already going way too fast after the 4th of July holiday. Again, I'm your host, Logan. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to our listeners that are showing up and listening and watching us for almost 6 years now. We're having so much fun, and the show's just grown far beyond we could have ever thought when this thing first kicked off. So we're happy to be here. Our first co-host, before we get to our really special rock and roll guest, Andy the Giggler. How are you, sir?
What's up? Good to be here. I had to wear this perfect shirt made by Carrie right here.
Carrie is my wife, and CarrieClarkDesign.com. She does it. And we also still have a 10% off at Bonfire for our merch. So with the code mostly10, you get 10% off.
Okay, I think I forgot to use that last time, but that's unfortunate.
You shouldn't be using it. You have plenty of money. Scotty Scoop!
What's happening?
How are you, Scotty?
It's been a day.
Yeah.
Sitting down at the Missouri Athletic Club and a nice, boring conference.
It's just a regular...
Just a
you
regular
ever heard of the Dole Men's Club? That's like a Facebook group.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Carrie's a huge fan of this. You got to really check it out because like that would be gold.
Nice.
Honestly, that update. And let's spice it up from Dole Men to Cool Men. Here in the St. Louis area, we have a veteran musician with us, a producer known for his work with The Urge, El Monstero, a tribute to Pink Floyd, and LucaBrasi. His skills span keyboards, horns, video design, live show production. He does a lot more than just play the keys. He helps out with every facet you can imagine from these shows. We're so excited to have him. We've talked about having him a long time, Scotty.
Yeah.
Bill Reiter on the show.
Hello, boys. How are you doing?
How are you, sir?
I'm very good. I'm excited.
My first question the only thing we didn't cover on our patron pre-show, which we always push, you can get that for as little as $1 a month. Is it Reiter?
Reiter. It is Reiter.
Nice.
Yes. I guess, do you ever get
Nailed
Reader?
it.
I guess
All the time.
that's the other question.
Ritter. And that's, I've long believed that anybody who has, like, people who have, like, their last name is some phonetic version of that same thing, it probably started with the German spelling, I'm guessing.
I always love thinking about that. They just the
Yeah.
origin of the name, like location, also like what did it mean? And then whenever you start really listening to a word, it was like probably something so simple, like, oh, that was that was where the writer lived.
Well,
so he said right, but probably not that.
No,
That's probably a bad example.
In German, actually, in Germany, actually, the origin of it is literally rider, as in horses.
Oh,
So there was like a knight kind of thing. Like there used to be an exhibit in the Tower of London that was like a suit of armor and like these kind of like flintlock pistols. So it was from like the 1800s. But that is apparently the origin of the name.
do you have any of that in you? Any of that knightsman?
Absolutely.
or I guess, do you ride
Of course.
horses?
That save damsels in distress, all of that shit.
Thanks for being here, man. It's really nice to meet you. And we've seen, all of us have been to your shows, at least. I know me and Scotty have been to all of them. Andy, have you ever been to an El Monstero show?
I haven't.
Oh.
It's very high on my list, though. My dad and my brother-in-law have been trying to get me to go for a bit. The last few times, we've just had conflicts.
Well,
and unfortunately,
we only do 7 of them, man. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can figure.
I know.
Figure one of them out.
It's gonna happen.
We're going to get you there.
Well, it might just be the perfect segue to an upcoming show, August 2nd.
It's going to be a good time.
Saturday, August 2nd. El Monstero. I'll do some of the business for you. Blue Öyster Cult. It's going to be at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. You can get tickets on Ticketmaster. We have them linked up on our website. And we're also giving away tickets
Nice.
on our website. Thank you, Bill.
Nice.
And thank you, El Monstero. And I'll tell you, it's not just the music. It's not just, in some cases, the helicopter. It's not just the trampoline. It's not just the girls. It's not just the stilts. This is a show, man. Congratulations on such an amazing show.
Thank you. Well, I mean, certainly there is no one like our fearless leader, Kevin Gagnapane, who is our bass player and all around kind of wrangler. And he has the vision. He saw it, and it's been a long time now, right? It's been 27 years, something like that, right? And he's the guy with the vision. So it's pretty cool to see it continue to grow and get more sophisticated and more complex and more technologically advanced. It's pretty dope. I love it.
Yeah, seeing it for a long time, seeing it how it's progressed has been amazing.
Right.
I love going, especially to the pageant shows every year, and just watching that show. It's highlight of my year
Well,
every year.
That's awesome. It is amazing to see, because we'll stand around and bullshit and say, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if?" And then we have, we go and ask all the technical people who work on the show and say, "Hey, could we do this?" And a million times, 990 times, 9 times out of 1,000, they go, "You know what? I think we can." And then we get to do it once, and then we never do it again. It's like, oh, that was a cool stunt. We're not doing that again.
We did it on chains this year.
We did it already, so we can't do it again. Yeah, all the aerialists and everything. It's a cast of many, many dozens, and they're all extremely good at their jobs. I love being a part of it.
I like taking it back to the beginning because the show has been around for decades now, and it's become, from my research, like a nationally renowned show.
We do get people coming. We do. Especially during Christmas time, because I always stay at the Moonrise because I want to hang out and have some cocktails and whatnot, and then I don't want to drive home, so I go, hey, there's a hotel right there. I am continually running into people in the elevator who are like, amazing show, we came here from Chicago. Amazing show, we came here from Iowa. Amazing show, we came here from Nebraska. So regionally, we get a lot of people who drive in for that show. So it's very humbling. It's awesome.
I got married at the Moonrise.
Oh, nice.
On the rooftop. It was a great day. These guys were there. It's and we've heard some of the stories from Steve, not all of them. And taking it back to the beginning, like I mentioned, Randy Nolge, engineer at the pageant, sound engineer. He talked about the early days of El Monstero coming in for the first time, and that there was a series of, I guess, what the trampoline would and could be. So I guess from your side, how did it start? Like,
right. Well, the very original version of it was at Mississippi Nights, the very first time, and the thing that took the place of and I don't know if anybody out there in podcast land knows what I'm talking about, but they're in a standard Pink Floyd show, there's a giant circular video screen that has lights all around it, right? And that's kind of the centerpiece of their stage. And so for the Mississippi Nights version, they put up one of those jogging trampolines from the 80s that had like the faux leather brown outside of it with paper on the inside of it and projected video on that, right? And so it was a super tiny, it's a 3 foot wide thing. So that was the very first version of it, and then we then in subsequent years kind of stuck with the circular theme, and then like fairly early on, and now that it's been closing in on 30 years, fairly early on, we were like, we don't have to be beholden to every single little bit of Pink Floyd, minutia, right? So that's when we kind of started to expand the look of the show and even maybe kind of interpretively some of the songs that we do and the way we do them, kind of more into how do I put this? It's still Pink Floyd music, right? But we kind of take a little artistic license in some spots, right? Because we're like, wouldn't it be cool?
Your own.
Well, and it's for live, it's for to play in front of people. Some of those songs don't really work if you play them, if you got so bogged down in what you were doing to match exactly what was happening, then you'd be like, what are they doing? What is that noise? I just want to see a band play. So there are parts where we do take a little license, but that started with the stage show and getting away from that circular bit of business, which just had, it's got to be the circle. And I go, well, does it have to be though? Like, right. Why? Like, how about we do something else? So
that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's a cool effect. It's like kind of like you were even like ahead of your time in terms of the visual aspect to these shows we see at this point. Like a lot of bands bring in the big screens and stuff nowadays, but it wasn't always the case. And I know the first show was, you mentioned Mississippi Nights, real shout out to a St. Louis legendary place. First El Monstero show was at Mississippi Nights in 1999. We have a picture here from KC 95. Just bringing back some memories.
Well, see, I was not there.
You didn't join until
I didn't join until 3 years later.
3 years later. So this is the original crew, and then you came in 3 years later. But you still know a lot of these faces.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Right. And it's probably even cooler, seeing it through your lens of like, I wasn't there quite yet. A few years were going to go by, and who would have thought? Like, did you ever have the vision of how big it would be?
Not in a million years.
It was pretty much like, let's do a cool tribute band.
Yeah, no, it was. Well, because I've known Kevin Gagnapane might be my oldest adult friend. Right. Kevin Gagnapane and I went to Mizzou together, or at the same time, not together. And so I knew Kevin when I was 18, and him and Andy Schmidt and Brad Booker, who are in that picture, who were the core group, along with Mark Quinn, the core group of El Monsteroans. that was the first time anybody had ever promised me money to play in front of people was Andy and Kevin. They were like, hey, we'll give you, come and play saxophone on this thing and we'll give you $20. I was like, yes, I've made it. Right. So, I've known them for a million years. So, it's they, in the Stir and they were called The Choice at the time, but, so I've known those guys for a million years. So yeah, everybody up on that screen, I am very well acquainted with. I've known Dave Farber for a million years. Well, it seems all in a good way.
And Scotty, I mean, you've probably got more questions than me, but I have plenty of, after seeing this El Monstero show so many times, it's such a good time. It's, I kind of want to jump to one big question I have is, how did the helicopter come to be?
That is, so the very first time we did an outdoor show.
Yeah, and I guess like you can tell the story at the same time. I like how you do it. You tell the story for the folks that don't know. We always talk to them too, as if you don't know, you might be learning about El Monstero right now. But hopefully we have a lot of lifelong fans tuning in too. But for both audiences, how'd that start?
The very first time we did it was the first time we did an outdoor show was at Jefferson Barracks Amphitheater. And we produced the whole thing basically by ourselves, right? I mean, it was so we learned a lot of lessons. In terms of things like porta potties and beer and, but also just by accident, Kevin knew a guy who owned a helicopter, and Kevin said, wouldn't it be awesome if we got a helicopter to fly over while we were doing the beginning, another brick in the wall into Happiest Days. And so he did it, and all we had to do was pay for the gas. And people freaked out, and it was awesome, right? And we were being eaten alive by mosquitoes, and we were running out of beer. And the only thing that anybody could talk about was the helicopter and how that was so amazing and so completely unexpected. And now
flew down over,
and
like,
now it was or
was it different?
It was a little bit. It was definitely different because where we were didn't have any eyes on it, and nobody was paying attention, and so it got pretty low. Right? It was like they don't let us do that at the amphitheater. we got a little bit low one time, and we got a talking to. So
one guy loses a hand, and everyone loses it.
Well, there's insurance involved, and it's one of the largest. In addition to the fireworks, probably the insurance for just that stunt is probably one of the largest single expenses we have, right? We have to go, because if something,
I've always wondered
happens, what are you going to do? Right?
I always wondered if, a lot of things are deals. A lot of things could be just straight up paid. I was like, did someone have a cousin that's a pilot? I had everything go through my head, and the first time I saw you guys was at the amphitheater, where you're going to be this time, the Hollywood Amphitheater. I think it was still Hollywood then when I was there. And that was the first time I saw you guys there, and you had the helicopter.
Well, now we have now. If we do it, if we don't have it, it's like people are going to be disappointed.
So you do like kind of guarantee it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's the top of the list when we start planning the summer show, which happens immediately following the Christmas show, right? Like basically New Year's, about a week or two after New Year's Day is when the initial conversations happen for the summer show. Like who could we get to open? Maybe, let's ask, who could we get? And the number 7 on that list is, who do we know that has a helicopter? Because for the most part, for the most part, it's like, we're trading, it's like we're paying for gas and, tickets and, it's motly just because people love to be involved, and which is the truth of the entire operation, right? People who love to be involved in the thing just kind of come out and say, what can I do? So that's the exciting bit about it, and that's why it endures, and that's why people get excited about it, because there's still an aspect of like, hey gang, let's put on a show to it, kind of, because it's not, it's very it's homemade in spots, in spite of the fact that it's, because it's not nothing's written in stone. We just do it. We go, oh, hey, how about we do this? Which is not the kind of thing. No, I'm not casting aspersions on anybody. It's not the kind of thing you're going to see like Trans-Siberian Orchestra do, right? They're not going to change up their show literally every time it happens. So, and we do. Like, the whole point is to make it different every time.
That's that's how El Monstero's thing is, kind of like leveling up. Yeah. Like, you don't know what you're going to expect. And I can't believe I have this connection, but I do have a helicopter connection.
Oh, do you really? Then we'll talk. You never know.
I'll tell you right now, because it helps us promote another event that's every year. It's this year. It's September 20th. It's for a partner of ours, Team Jakey and the Stigma Mental Health Group.
Yep, I'm a fan. I didn't know anything about them until the Thunderbolts thing, and that's very cool.
And you found out about them at the Screen and Social, where we saw you for Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
You loved it.
I did love it.
Yeah.
Well, they have a helicopter person.
Okay.
And they land. There's going to be one landing on September 20th in a field. It's like a big part of the Gentleman Jake's Memorial Cornhole Tournament and Family event.
Nice.
September 20th.
Okay.
So maybe we do need to talk.
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, and now we have to do it. The only time we didn't do it was the one parking lot show that we did during the COVID-19 era. So that was the only time we didn't have the helicopter. I'm pretty sure.
Super spreader.
No, that's not true. We did have a helicopter.
And I know I want to. We scratched a little nerdy segment there, and I want to save that for the second half of this interview. So I want to focus on El Monstero, Scotty. What else you got for Bill as we're preparing for Saturday, August 2nd at the Hollywood Amphitheater? Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster. We're definitely going to be there. Win the tickets from us. What do you got for Bill?
So I'm always fascinated by like a super group coming together. There's like so many different bands that make up El Monstero. Like, how does something like that happen?
Well, that's the origin story of El Monstero. Just for anybody who hasn't heard it, it was initially Stir, which is a 3-piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was Kevin Gagnapane, Andy Schmidt, and Brad Booker. The story goes is that they couldn't play out. They were working on a record, and their record company wouldn't allow them to play. So they had to wear masks. So the three of them and Mark Quinn, the four of them got together and just had like cover band kind of set list, right? They do like 3 sets of kind of current and classic rock covers, and they would wear masks, right? Like theater masks. And they started doing the very end of Dark Side of the Moon as their closer. And people loved it, of course, because it's some of the best music that's ever been written, some of the most compelling rock music in history.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did a whole night of that? And that's the birth of El Monstero right there. So then they just started, then they have to go, well, who do we get to play keyboards? And they knew a dude named Darren Pierce, an unbelievably talented keyboardist, who he joined the fold. And it's like they knew Brian Green. It's like, well, Brian could play some of the leads. So it's all very much like who can we get that can do this? And that kind of continues to this day, right? I mean, that's the core musicians are always there, but sometimes it's like, well, what are we going to do on this part? Shouldn't we get, don't we need a violinist for this? Or don't we need somebody to play percussion? Or don't we need to, what are the Funky Butt guys doing? The Funky Butt Brass Band. We need those guys for this. It's got a big horn section in it. So that's really is just who you know.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only reason I got into it, is because Darren decided that he didn't want to do it anymore. And I was like, ooh, can I get involved? How do I get involved?
Yeah.
And so Kevin, I've just known Kevin for a million years. And I said, please, can I play in this thing? And John had already joined, right? Brad had left, and John Pizzoni had joined the band the year before, I think, or maybe 2 years before. And so, yeah, it's really is. It's just kind of
just adding people every time.
In a very real way. It was the friendship part that happened first, and then the band part happened accidentally, almost. It's like, oh, wait, I know a guy who can do that.
I like, the guests, you always have somebody different, it seems, on the Have a Cigar, and then the backup singers that you have, they come out and they do their thing. They're always fantastic.
Yeah.
You just like get these people from
well, Erminy and Tandra have been there since the very beginning.
Yeah.
I think we actually have a photo of them from the Keishi site as well.
They are, they're awesome. So
is this then the ladies of El Monstero, Mindy, Erminy, and Tandra.
Yeah.
They've been singing together in church since the 1998.
And so Kirsten, who is now with us, know Erminy and Tandra, and so that's how Kirsten's in there now. So that's just the way it is, right? Yeah. It's like who do we get? We need to get somebody.
And for the August 2nd show, any folks we can look forward to seeing that you didn't mention?
Well, see, that's the thing. Kevin is worse than Marvel. Kevin doesn't want to. Kevin doesn't want to tell anybody shit. He was like, "No, don't tell anybody about what the set list is."
It's another Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Kevin.
That's
Feige.
right. Yeah, that's right. So
okay, fair, nice. Come for the surprises.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be very. The summer show is very much about. It's more of an up tempo kind of party vibe, right? So we're, there you can kind of infer what songs we're going to play and what songs we're not going to play. And it's going to be fun. And actually, this is our first, and I almost regret bringing it up because I can't remember this cat's name. He's wonderful. He played bass in John Anderson's band, and it plays guitar in Blue Öyster Cult. So he's our first repeat offender. His name is Richie.
Don't worry, this will do it.
Are we going to look him up?
Yeah, we'll look.
Because he's terrific. So he played bass in John Anderson's band, and he came up and played Richie Castellano. Okay, I got Richie. So sorry, buddy.
Okay. I can edit it to make sure you knew it really fast.
Sure. Roadhouse, isn't that the code?
That's
Roadhouse.
Right.
Yes.
Now we have to leave.
Bust
it.
out the
fan.
That is impressive.
That is.
But so he came and played on Comfortably Numb with us at the end of the John Anderson show that we did, or the show that John Anderson did with us, rather. And so he's going to hopefully reappear. So it's going to be fun. That'll be the first time that somebody's done it twice. Which
so then there was a connection to Blue Öyster Cult. Is that kind of the thing you look for when you find an opener? Like, who do we know?
Yeah, part of it. Well, it's also part of it's it's who is out there touring and who fits in the budget, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to put it in those terms. But like the what started it really was Living Color, and that was an eye opening. When that happened, we were like, oh my God, how can you? Because every single person in the band is a huge fan and influenced by Living Color.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
anybody our age who plays any kind of heavy music is influenced by Living Color. And so when we got them, we were like, well, who else can we? I swear to God, when Kevin told me Living Color was playing, this is my standard joke. It's not because I'm on this podcast. You might as well have told me that the X-Men were playing. That's how I was like, wait, what? Who?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, yeah, no, the X-Men's coming and Wolverine's going to be there too. It's like, what the fuck? So, and
you're going to hear the theme song.
No, yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, there aren't too many bigger heroes to me in my life than Living Color. And so to have been able to play with them, and now the Urge has played with them a couple times, and I mean once without me, but now we've played with them again, and it's just fun to see those dudes, and they're just brilliant. So then at that point we were like, well, how now we can
the people we want to see,
and we can say, and we can
heroes,
and we can say,
hey,
Living Color did it.
Yeah,
I mean, come on,
right?
What
did we say to them? Let's just say it better to the next person.
Yeah. Well, when Don Felder played, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like Don Felder is going to open for us.
I'm glad you're going down this road, because I was just going to say, feel free to tell us some of the highlights. Like this is a great time.
The man wrote one of the best songs in rock history. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I think that I'll say this, that some of the fun part, and I do frankly expect this to happen with Blue Öyster Cult as well, is some of the fun part is seeing people show up going, well, what in the fuck is this? They see it on their schedule. They go, we're doing what? And they go, well, no, there's going to be a lot of people there. And they're like, okay, whatever. And then they get there and they see us sound check and they go, ooh, okay, that sounds pretty good. And you can see people's mood change right over the day. And that I've watched it happen with Don Felder. Don Felder was just kind of like, who are these jokers? And then I swear to God, by like 5 o'clock, he was like, oh, this is going to be cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait. And then the fact that he even came out there and bothered to humor us with our bullshit was humbling. He's like, I'll come out there and play Comfortably Numb. And it was dope. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's cool that people kind of get it. Right, they understand what we're after and what we're doing. Like, Here Come the Mummies were the same way. Like they kind of leaned into the shtick right away. They were like, oh yeah, okay, we can do some stuff with this, and they were a lot of fun too. So we've been very blessed to have some people open the show that are just unbelievable, kind, and willing to kind of jump into this foolishness and go, oh yeah, we can do that. Let's go. Like that's the best bit.
I think it's fun to ask you all the questions about performing and even like things you remember from good memories, but at the same time you're really behind the scenes and it sounds like you're a producer. What role? I guess that's my question. What role are you playing? I want to remind people too. It's not just El Monstero, it's the Urge, and you're also
LucaBrasi.
LucaBrasi. So, what are your roles like kind of throughout these shows when you're not performing, as my question?
Originally, when I first joined the band, I was able to do a lot of not a lot, actually. At the time, I did all of the video content because I have a background in that, and I also just kind of I like figuring things out. So I go, well, I can figure that out. I'll find out how to do it. So, so I started to do that, and still do some of it. But then we eventually realized that as the show got bigger, then you need a person who's just dedicated to that, right?
Yeah, sure.
So our current dude, Kevin K. Water, is awesome, and we've been blessed to have some very talented people do that. But at the time, I did the whole thing. I was like, stay up for 6 hours straight before the gig. It's like, I've got to finish this thing. It's still, and of course, rendering times in 2006 weren't what they are now, right? So it's like, this is going to take 2 days.
Yeah,
and,
my first Mac that I was rendering on 6 years ago did take 2 days.
Yeah.
So
this is going to be a great idea. Hopefully, it'll look okay by the time the show starts.
Hopefully, I don't walk back to a massive hard drive error.
So I still do some stuff, right? Like if typically if there is a person in it, I probably did it. But for the most part, we do a lot of, Kevin is in charge of that now. So, my job is to be a thorn in his side. If I see something, I go, hey man,
Right. I was going to say,
hey, that's
not really how I would do it.
That's you just, that's not how that's.
And you're part of the group, so you're still you play a role in the strategy.
I can see him watching me watch the screen sometimes, which is pretty funny. I'll be like, if I'm in the dark, I'll just be like this. I'll be looking right up at the screen going, no. Or with just my mouth completely wide open going, oh my God, that's amazing. So, but yeah, that's mostly I just kind of, in terms of video content these days, I just kind of gently supervise if needed. Mostly I just keep my mouth shut because Kevin's awesome. So, but sometimes I'll go, don't, wait a minute, hold on. Like I'm good at finding things that can be misconstrued. Like somebody's like, is that what we're trying to say? Because that's the way that comes off now. It doesn't look right to me. And he goes, yeah, you're right. Cirque du Soleil is what I always say. I go, I said, will Cirque du Soleil do that? And he goes, no. And I go, well, there you go. That's what we're aiming at.
We're keeping the bar high.
Yeah. Well, and also accessible to every, we don't want to get it weighed into things where people can, misconstrue the intention of anything. So,
and that's where I say, like, if you're a Pink Floyd fan, obviously you're going to see El Monstero and Blue Öyster Cult Saturday, August 2nd. If you're curious about the show and you like this type of music in general, you got to be there. And then even if you're just like kind of like you mentioned the fan that doesn't know anything, I say go, because you do get to watch the change of like what am I signing up for?
I have said many times I have said I feel like you should go one time, and for one thing, I think that people know more Pink Floyd music than they think they do.
Oh, absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Like people know Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, and they know Money, and they know, Wish You Were Here, and they know Shining a Crazy Diamond. Like if you grew up in St. Louis and you were within earshot of KC95 for the past any point of your life, you've heard these songs before. But I do think that it's entertaining outside of the knowledge of the music. I think people go, "Oh my God!"
Absolutely, it's far beyond even the music.
That's what we try, and and we want it to be like the biggest. It's the biggest thing that we can make with the most amount of elbow grease, right? We try not to, we try and deliver the most bang for the buck as we can. That's kind of the mantra.
And you mentioned we're coming up to a break, and we've kept you over. I was going to ask you if you mind.
I'll sit here all day.
Would you stick around and talk about like some other stuff with us for the second part of this episode?
Just try and stop me.
All right. So before we wrap up, the show is Saturday, August 2nd at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. You mentioned the Christmas show, which is a week long at the pageant every year.
Yep.
Those are the shows.
That's right.
So you got to go check out El Monstero.
Yeah.
That's your only chances to go see him, right?
We're trying to get back on the road. We've tried and failed. We were getting some traction in Kansas City and Springfield and having a ball, and the people who came to see it were awesome. And we just keep trying to figure out a way.
Yeah.
To make that work, and
get it on the road.
The math of it is daunting, right?
There's so many.
It's easier. Sure, it's easier to do it when only all people have to do is drive 20 minutes.
Sure.
Right? You have to, when you're figuring in hotels and transport and all that shit. It's
on the road's always
yeah.
It's always tougher. It's like, I'm like, how do you franchise El Monstero and have like your kit and a trampoline and all the stilts waiting for you in every city?
Oh, Blue Man Group it? I would do that in a heartbeat.
Blue Man Group it, yeah.
We'll love to.
Like a
Trans-Siberian Orchestra has like 3 bands.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
totally.
It all becomes McDonald's at
Yeah.
some point. You can get it anywhere.
But sometimes
in the best way, not a bad way.
I think, yeah, right. Like joy is what it is.
Ex-
If you put smiles on people's faces, I think I'm okay with it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I guess we can't do that.
You should be having. Why is this Iron Man thing not a fry? Should be a fry box and just point it at the camera all the time.
Close to the golden arches.
All right, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right
That'll be $25, McDonald's.
back.
Good evening and welcome to PlayStation The Concept!
At the Fabulous Fox on October 28th. Tickets at fabulousfox.com.
PlayStation.
Avatar: The Last Airbender in concert, the 20th anniversary tour. Return to the beloved series through a timeless experience curated by the original creative team. Avatar: The Last Airbender in concert, the 20th anniversary tour.
At the Fabulous Fox on September 14th. Tickets are on sale now at fabulousfox.com.
Coming to the Fabulous Fox in St. Louis, Missouri, October 4th, 2025. Experience The Witcher in concert, celebrating 10 years of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Relive The Witcher like never before. You can win 2 free tickets from Mostly Superheroes the podcast. Buy your tickets now for The Witcher in concert at fabulousfox.com.
Hi, everyone. I'm interrupting this podcast to talk about another podcast. Hi, I'm Randy Naughton. You know that lady from TV for so many years? Well, I too have a podcast called More to Say with Randy Naughton. Interesting conversations with interesting people. And when I say interesting, I mean amazing people. What about the Mac Daddy of all sportscasters, Bob Costas? Phyllis from The Office. Phyllis Smith is her name. Alan Hunter, one of the original MTV VJs. We talk to people about medicine, about tech, about travel, you name it. Great conversations. Now, they're, again, not interviews, they're conversations. So you never know where they're going to take us. Make sure when you're done with this podcast, check mine out. It's called More to Say with Randy Naughton, available wherever you stream your podcast. Hi, everyone. It's Randy Naughton from the More to Say podcast. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast over the tons of episodes we've done so far. Somebody I want to shout out specifically to is an organization called Team Jakey. They are one of the sponsors of the More to Say podcast, and I couldn't be more grateful to be partnering with them. What is Team Jakey? Well, this family, the Zeller family, knows all too well what it's like to lose somebody to suicide. So that happened to them. Their beloved Jake took his own life. And what they want to do, they've set out on a quest to end the stigma of mental illness. So Team Jakey puts together all these amazing community events year round to help raise the awareness and prevent suicide and end the stigma of mental illness. So we would love it if you followed them on Facebook, Team Jakey and the Stigma. And of course, thank you for supporting the More to Say podcast as well. Team Jakey is one of our partners, and we are so happy to have them on board. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the podcast.
You've heard others, but nothing could prepare you for the shameful stupidity that is the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Hear Imran.
So if you offend everyone at once, it's a wash. I've covered everybody.
Anthony.
Sorry, I was texting. Say that again.
And Rug Boy.
Yeah, whenever there's a snowstorm, my Slack hole tightens up.
As they talk over one another.
Just exactly the same as
Terminator.
We're talking over each other. It's fine.
Sorry.
Swear.
I had boobies.
And ask you for money.
Just give us the money.
Witness the hubris as they claim to be the world's authority on comic book movies.
Who said that?
Never said that. You've never said that.
Who cares? A jock said that.
Comic book, TV, movie reviews, news, and whatever they choose. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you find your favorite podcasts. The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
It's campy, silly, goofy fun.
Seriously, people really listen to this.
Jock and Nerd.
Hey squad, Logan here. You know what keeps our adventures fueled? The incredible brews from Four Hands Brewing Company. They've been our go-to craft brewery since 2012. Our studio fridge is always stocked with their finest, from Citywide Light to Incarnation to Divided Sky to Chocolate Milk Stout, along with the latest seasonal and small batch releases. Whether you're downtown, Kirkwood, the district in Chesterfield, or passing through St. Louis Lambert Airport, Four Hands has you covered. Grab a cold Citywide. They're a philanthropic brew created to give back to the St. Louis community. Since its launch in 2016, Citywide has raised over $300,000 for local nonprofits. For every case sold, $1 is donated to carefully selected charities. If you're in the mood for something different, check out Four Hands Extended Family 1220 Spirits and Withered Oak. They've got cocktails, seltzers, and non-alcoholic options to quench any thirst. And a special deal for you Mostly Superheroes fans. Mention Mostly Superheroes or the password MOSTLY to your bartender at any Four Hands location and you get your second beer free. Must be 21 years of age to redeem. Again, go to any Four Hands location, mention Mostly Superheroes, password MOSTLY, and get your second beer on us and Four Hands. Limited time promotion. Get it while supplies last. Visit them in person or head over to fourhandsbrewery.com. Follow them at Four Hands Brewing Co. on Instagram and social media. Cheers to great beers and even better times with Four Hands Brewing Company. We got pretty cool ads on this podcast, I'll give us that. However, you might be like me when it comes to certain content, and I just don't want the ads. As little as $1.99 a month, you can get ad-free content from Mostly Superheroes. That's right. Patreon, Apple Podcast, Podbean, all of these channels offer ad-free versions of our episodes coming out early, including the patron pre-show, the show before the show. Open up Patreon, Apple Podcast, or Podbean, or go to mostlysuperheroes.com/support to learn more. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcasts. Logan here from Mostly Superheroes. You'll often find me, Carrie, the Giggler, and Scotty Scoop at one of the most creative, coolest, nerdiest spots in town. We're of course talking about Steve's Hot Dogs in St. Louis. You already know them for their ever-creative hot dogs, brats, bowls, cocktails, crossovers, collaborations, their hashtag Feed the People program, live music, and events. You're also eating the official hot dog of St. Louis. Their all-beef hot dogs, cold smoked and grilled to perfection, are legendary in the Lou and beyond. Steve's Hot Dogs at a STL soccer match, a Blues game, Battlehawks game, or one of their many locations throughout St. Louis. You can also order online for delivery or pickup. Visit their website, www.steveshotdogsstl.com. That's www.steveshotdogsstl.com.
What's up, St. Louis? All right, let's get this shit going.
Back from the break here with Bill Reiter, and we're talking nerdy stuff. We just talked El Monstero, The Urge. Tell me the third band again. Last time, LucaBrasi, and now we're talking nerd culture and anything that you're into, Bill. Honestly, you mentioned video games. You were at our Screen and Social, and you talked about you saw Thunderbolts with Steve Ewing.
I did. It was awesome. I loved it.
And we all had. Andy had his first interview ever.
Oh, really? Well,
solo.
Yeah.
He's interviewed James. He's interviewed Sean Gunn.
He doesn't let me talk. I just kind of
wait. When did you interview Sean Gunn?
Last year.
Damn.
Me and him.
Very cool.
And so you were his second.
Well, there you go. That's
no. You were right.
That's not as cool.
You were right. First solo interview.
First solo. Yeah.
Nice.
So
well, you rocked it.
You rocked it. We know you watch Marvel stuff, but let's go ahead and talk about video games.
Oh,
These guys' game.
Yeah. So I made a huge fucking mistake last week because Death Stranding 2 came out.
Oh. Okay.
And I had just completely missed the first one. And Death Stranding, the director's cut, was like free on the PlayStation Network. And I started playing that game, and I just can't stop doing it, and it's pretty annoying because I have things to do, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to go over here and pick that up. I'm going to go over there and pick that up. I just won't stop doing it. It's a gorgeous game, and I can't wait to. Now I want to get through it so I can play Death Stranding 2 because it looks
that's the best,
unbelievable.
You guys know it?
I haven't played it, but I mean those types of games are the best, where they suck you in, and you're like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to sit down.
Yeah,
I'm going to check this out, and you look down at your watch, and it's midnight, and you're like, holy shit, there's so much more I could be doing.
I really should have bathed and eaten.
What type
I'm
of
going to
game
give
is
it
this?
15 more minutes, and then it's 2 a.m. and you're like,
You're
damn it.
You're just in a loop. You'll play forever, and you want to play it, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. What type of game is this?
A
I've never
walking
Oh,
seen
so yeah, no, well, kind of. What's the storyline? So it's a Hideo Kojima joint, and it is the storyline is essentially it's maybe 200 years in the future, and some sort of cataclysmic event has happened across the world apparently, but the story focuses in America, and the lines between the worlds of the living and the dead have blurred. So your character, played by Norman Reedus from Walking Dead, is able to detect these creatures from the other side, and it's kind of a stealth game, but it's a lot of inventory management. It's a lot of like, go pick this up, go take that over there, go take that over there, and move that over there. But the graphics are amazing, and the music is unbelievable.
He can put together a game, let me tell
you. And all of the actors are incredible. Like there's a lot of like real big time people in it. It's cool. It's
I saw the commercial for it. Now that you said Norman Reedus.
Right.
Norman Reedus. That's it.
And it's got a complete sense of there's a lot of whimsy in it, which is
Daryl from Walking
weird.
Dead.
Yeah.
Somebody might not know that.
Just in case, right?
Daryl from Walking Dead.
Like there's a mechanic in the game where the scientists that are helping you do all this shit is
hell yeah. This sounds fun.
Right? Is they have to take take samples. So there's a mechanic in the game where you take a dump. This is the truth. This is real, right? It's
level one,
and they can right, and they can
yeah, sounds like a great game, Bill.
Right. Well, they can figure out your illnesses and stuff based.
Are they training? It sounds like they're training us for the real future.
Well, maybe, but here's the thing: is that this is the funny part, is that Norman Reedus has a show on AMC called The Ride or something. It's a it's a motorcycle show. And so when he sits down in the commode, a little screen comes up that's just an ad for the show.
Nice.
It's got the AMC logo on it and everything.
Yeah.
So
he probably fought for that.
Yeah, well, Hideo Kojima just went, what would be really stupid here? I love his games.
Unfortunately, the world's too dirty. They fought for that deal.
Yeah. Oh no, you never know. Well, there's a bunch of references to Horizon Zero Dawn in it, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And you can get little holograms, little trinkets that you can put in places.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of them are creatures from Horizon Zero Dawn. And one of them's Aloy. It's like, what's
nice.
That she's in it. There she is. It's like it's the actual model. So I don't know how they did that.
You're a gamer, Bill.
It's a Sony.
You've been a gamer.
Oh, you know what? That is Sony Studios. You're right. Nice job.
You've been a gamer.
Well, where's Spider-Man? There's no Spider-Man in it.
You play Spider-Man?
I loved this. I loved them all. Yeah. I'm a big fan of all of the new ones.
Did you play the Guardians game?
Not yet. But there is a Wolverine game coming from the same
Yes.
people, and I'm very excited about that.
When I saw the Wolverine ad, I was like, "This." I've only had consoles twice in my life for Grand Theft Auto. Whenever, during the early years of being disconnected from like my high school friends, we were like, "Let's play Grand Theft Auto," and I bought it off Craigslist. Then I sold it on Craigslist another year later. So I just, like I said, I got a Super Nintendo.
Nice.
It's on over there
it's a classic.
with Super Mario on if you want to play before
I would love to.
But these guys are the real deal. They play. Who has a PlayStation and who has an Xbox?
I've got everything.
I have an Xbox. Currently, I'm borrowing a PlayStation from a friend of the show, Mike Harrison, who will be there on Saturday at the Screen and Social.
Nice.
So I'll thank him for that. I actually borrowed it to play the Spider-Man game.
Nice.
A year ago, and I haven't given it back yet because I'm waiting for the Wolverine game.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to ask.
PlayStation's like a leaf blower. You got to come get it. You got to tell me when you need it back.
Yeah.
Jimmy Griffin from El Monstero has my PlayStation 4, I think.
See?
See?
That's a good friend.
Yeah. That's fun.
So
how does he have time to play anything?
Well, when his kid's a monster.
Gosh.
That kid's better than me at some things.
So many bands. I don't know how that guy sleeps.
Rocket's better than me at Vader Immortal. I promise you that.
That's my question for you, Bill. Is what's your day to day like? What are you up to nowadays? And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am 53.
53.
Is that right?
When's your birthday?
March 6th, Well, yeah.
What's your social security number?
No, we should.
Yeah, that's right.
I usually like to. I don't like to.
My
put
mother's
people,
maiden name is
I don't like to put
Franklin.
I don't like to
Your
put
most
people.
used passwords.
I don't like to put people on the spot, so I usually say like, all right, my birthday is June 6th. When's yours?
131.
Is that how you have to remember it?
Yeah, kind of. I'm just used to it. Like people ask for it on the phone. Like
People in Europe
For-
right now are like, what?
work
Yeah, right.
verification. Yeah. Sorry, January 31st.
Scotty?
6/27/1980.
And then is music your life? Or what else are you working on? What else do you do, including the fun?
Sure. I do. I play a lot of video games. I love. I do. I watch a lot of Marvel and Star Wars products.
We hate those.
Do you? Yeah. Did everybody watch all of Andor?
Yes.
I just finished it last
3
week.
episodes left.
Oh,
He's
see,
got
that's
three.
why.
I know.
Right.
What?
That's I didn't want to say. Okay. I mean, not like. I mean, spoiler alert. He dies.
Guess what?
But-
Yeah, right.
Of course.
But
Rogue One,
Yeah.
the movie. A lot of people don't realize that Andor season 1 and 2 are just right before Rogue One, the movie. So if you watch Rogue One, the movie, and you know that the shows before that, just it's some
It was
comments. But
so-
he's been behind on. Andy has been behind on Star Wars for a long time,
oh,
and
God
now
bless you.
he's
Good
now
for you.
past.
Yeah, you passed me, but
You.
you still didn't watch Skeleton
Yeah,
Crew.
no,
though,
That
right?
was
Like,
that was excellent. I love
You're
it.
gonna
Oh,
love
I
that,
love-
Andy.
I
I'm
love-
behind on a few
I-
things.
Skeleton Crew is one of the best things they've done.
Here we
It
go.
was awesome.
Somebody
Jude
closer
Law was.
to my age
Yeah.
really understands
I mean, it's
that show.
it's for it's for kids.
It was
for
perfect.
kids.
but
I thought it
not
was
but
perfect.
it's
You know-
it's for kids in the same way that the Goonies was for kids. And,
Sure.
You know, it's I mean, Jude Law shoots a guy in the head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not like Barney.
That
It's-
was
it's-
we got so deep into it on the show where it was like that was the line they were towing was how dark can you get and how for kids can you be
How
and like
light,
what is the
yeah.
peak. And they could have gone.
Yeah.
I wanted just a little darker, just a little.
Jude
but
Law
maybe-
murdered a guy.
I
That's
know.
pretty good. I
But
thought
it's
it was-
Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Murder's nothing new.
Well,
you
not
know?
well. I don't know. It depends on who you ask.
Remember Luke Skywalker's adopted parents?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he came back
crispy.
and they were crispy bones. Like he went.
Oh,
from-
I know. Right.
He went
Good
from
point.
talking to
Yeah.
old Ben, who's now calling himself Obi-Wan out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and then he goes back to his house after just a quick run, and they're toasted bones.
That's a really good point. Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Oh, this isn't for kids.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Star Wars.
Yes,
hope.
jeez.
1970.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for the first 10 minutes of the first Star
Yeah.
Wars movie.
That's like 40
And-
minutes in.
Oh, Anne Baru. Anne Baru's my favorite character. I hope she goes far. Oh, nope, she's dead.
Don't worry, you get her again in
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi the show.
Sure. Which was fun.
Yeah,
I
but-
love Ewan McGregor. I'm
That was-
a giant fan of the
You
man.
said it very well. It
but
was
it's
fun.
just-
I
like
know.
it's clear that was it was intended to be a movie, and then they went, how do we make this into a TV
Yeah.
show?
How do
And
we-
the same thing with Book of Boba Fett, which
Yeah.
was just anything that had to do with the Sand People was dope, and then everything else was awful.
All right, here's Obi-Wan Kenobi, a story about a 38-year-old man in hiding in the desert. Let's make sure that we try to get every 8-year-old girl. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm in the middle, man. I'm not too woke. I'm not too conservative. I am like kind of this middle road
Yeah.
like, perspective. I love Leia. I wanted young Leia. I wanted young
Yeah.
Luke. That's not what we got.
But,
We got like some
well,
kind of weird,
Yeah.
like, it was like, all right, here's some kid that you're like showing us as Leia, but like,
It
Leia's
doesn't.
she's only one part of Star Wars, and she's not.
Yeah.
She's only connected to Obi-Wan because of that line.
Right. It doesn't make any sense that they would have that kind of relationship.
It was just the
Yeah.
line that they
And,
hug on
yeah,
to.
it's like, well, they've got to have a whole. I mean, they have a whole adventure that somehow they never talk about.
They
again.
never talk
It's like, well,
about it.
why did
Yeah.
you bother? And it's in the
Yeah.
like I love, obviously, how do I put this, right? And I'm speaking to the choir here, but it's what the creation of the original universe is an unbelievable job of alchemy that just has not been ever really repeated, right? Like people keep trying to do it. They go, this is going to be like the new Star Wars, and they don't realize the kinds of things that George Lucas brought together into a thing that made it seem like it was a real place that people lived in.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's
But
true.
then the moment it became about like toy sales, and then the moment, and this is just my opinion, the moment that Disney bought
Mm-hmm.
Lucasfilm,
Mm-hmm.
and the idea that they pretty much felt they bought a money printing machine, right? And now the money printing machine we need to start it.
Yeah.
Because it's, the third quarter's coming up and we don't have anything to show for our $4 billion or whatever it was. That's when you get in trouble. And so it's, the fact that they just kind of put some stuff out and didn't really think about how it all fit together is just kind of like nobody had a plan for like what kind of story should we tell, and they just kind of put some shit out.
Yeah,
and so that's
right.
But some of it's great. Like Andor's amazing. Skeleton Crew was amazing. I did enjoy most of Obi-Wan. Just parts of it are kind of stupid.
Ahsoka?
Like I liked Ahsoka quite a bit.
Me
It's
too.
a shame that
It was actually really cool.
Ray Stevens,
yeah.
Ray Stevenson, Ray Stevenson, Ray
Ray
Stevens is a different guy.
Baptist Church.
You know they call
him the streak.
Oh,
diggity,
Ray-
diggity.
Still alive, hopefully.
Hopefully still very alive. He is,
I hope
he
so.
is like a podcast.
Certainly, I
think.
hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Ray Stevens' son.
I
Right,
did it
Ray
again.
No, Ray Stevens is Shriners Convention. Ray Stevenson, actor.
The day the
Right.
squirrel
Anyway, it's a shame.
went berserk.
Yeah. It's a shame that he's no longer with us because
I know.
that little setup at the end is like, oh
I
damn,
know. Yeah.
this is gonna be cool. And then
He's recasted.
Yes.
Rory
did they
McCann's on
really?
it. Rory McCann from Game of Thrones.
Oh well, that'll be
Played the
good.
Hound, yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
They did a good job on Ahsoka, help like really pleasing the Rebels fans, which like I have only seen Rebels recently after Ahsoka, so I didn't go in. No, I was like, I don't know what Rebels is, and when they showed certain characters in the show, they're like, "Where's this guy been?" And I'm like, "What guy?" And then they show like these kids up on a mural, and then I caught that like the mural was literally the cartoons like from the Rebels TV show, and I was like, "Wait, that's from like Clone Wars type shows." I didn't know.
Yeah.
Then I go back and watch Rebels, and like so that's some of the best stuff. And they did.
I totally agree with you.
They had a lot of payoffs for that, but I think they still did a good job for everyone else.
Yeah.
Like it was like.
Yeah,
For me, I was like, this is still so cool. Like the concept of
Yeah.
like this other galaxy, like that was really freaking bold and fun.
Yeah, you can watch that show and not ever watched the animation, and I think you'd be okay. It's a good one, and I liked the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian are a slam dunk.
Yeah. 3 was weird.
Yes, well now because that's at that point now you've got to cram all this.
It was like they abandoned a lot of the cool factors of what made the Mandalorian cool and watching over Grogu in the way that they did, and then it is cool to see them become father and son, and like I'm just like so into that storyline. Like it just makes you, it tugs the heartstrings.
there
But
are
you're like,
parts of-
what are we doing with all these Mandalorians in the cave? And like, do we really have to go to the waters of Mandalore?
Right, yeah. So
I'll still be there for day 1 on the movie.
no, preach. That's
Oh,
truth.
no,
That's the
sure.
truth. I was just about to say exactly that. I'm like, I'm still gonna watch
That's
it.
next year,
Yeah.
2026,
Yeah,
and like I
finally.
think filming's like almost
Yeah.
done.
I'm still
I
gonna
would
watch
hope
it.
so.
Yeah, I can't. I loved Star Wars and Star Trek were my 2 favorite things in the world. And even if they misstep, or even if they're like, oh, this isn't
Yeah,
what I was
same.
hoping it was, then you still go, well.
What'd you think about the Acolyte?
Oh, nice.
That was I liked what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
I think that should have been a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
There
that's
was some
like
really cool
some
elements
cool
of
stuff,
that-
some
that
cool
show.
ideas, and the whole kind of nature versus nurture kind of debate that was happening. It's like I love what's happening. I don't think we need 6 episodes of this.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need
yeah.
like about an hour 45.
Yeah, it could have been edited.
Yeah, a tight
edited
145,
down.
and
Yeah.
I think we'd have been all right. Because and I love who was I can't remember his name, but the cat that's in Squid Game and who's the main actor.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a terrific actor.
The villain.
Yeah. Well, we have like
No. The villain was from.
No, he was from
the Good Place.
Yeah, Good Place. Awesome show.
Oh
Yeah.
man, he
Manny.
was the good place.
Yeah.
Manny.
Wow, what range?
Yeah.
No, he's
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
completely.
All right, and we're gonna wrap up Star Wars.
All right, sorry.
Anything else? No, stop. You say sorry. I need. There's Marvel stuff I want to talk about.
Oh, nice.
So, what else on Star Wars? Anything else you're looking forward to that you like that you want to talk about? Like things on the
I don't know if there's
horizon. Do you know
anything
what's on the horizon?
No. Other
Star,
than
the Mandalorian movie, the
other than that.
Starfighter movie with Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is this?
That is,
There's
yeah.
a Rey movie coming.
Oh, I heard about that.
There's a whole new trilogy coming.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
Rey.
Without Ray.
Without Ray. Yeah.
That's
think
Maybe
they're-
a cameo or
I
something.
think they're doing their best if they try and work away from the Skywalker
Well,
stuff.
here's-
that's wasn't that what they should have done?
But how are you gonna
Yeah.
have Luke Skywalker as this old man Jedi and then like not ever talk about Rey again?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I feel like the problem starts with because I thought that all of the actors in those movies in the sequels. I will say this.
You mean the new stuff?
Yeah. Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver.
Yes.
Are 2 of the best actors to
Oscar
ever
Isaac.
be
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac as well.
Fantastic.
Best actors to ever be in Star Wars movies.
Whoever plays Finn, he's great.
Right. Yeah. What was
John Boyega.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Boyega. Thanks. Nice job. Attack the Block. Great movie. In
Yeah.
case anybody's seen it. But like they all of this amazing acting is in service of a story that is just completely foolish.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on. But they made a bunch of movies that didn't even connect. They didn't make any sense together.
Yeah, they had different
and
directors.
Well, that's if you have a Kevin Feige type character to say, here's the part that makes me
here's the vision.
It doesn't make me angry, right? Because it's just a stupid movie. But it from a creative standpoint, it annoys me a little bit that there is somewhere out there an alternate universe where The Last Jedi wins Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
And J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy accept the Academy Award. It's the producers category, right?
Right.
And they get up there and they hold their little gold statues and they go, Rian Johnson, we always knew you had it in you. But in the universe where people were kind of mad about it, they just decided to pretend that Rian Johnson just took $200 million of Disney's movie and just went and made a movie.
Yeah.
And didn't tell anybody, which is just nonsense, right? That part is silly, right? The fact that you have J.J. Abrams like putting Charlie from Lost in a scene just so what about the Hodo maneuver? Just so Poe Dameron can go, no, that's stupid. It's like,
he's like peanut butter.
Right. It's like, I cannot.
Not Leia's boat.
Yeah, right. I cannot envision even a situation, certainly in American cinema, where the producer of a movie like actively shits on the movie that he was the producer of.
Right.
Like you were there. You saw the dailies.
What did you say anything?
Yeah, you're acting like, oh, it's fine. Like you were the guy who made the movie.
As the producer, like you almost have the ultimate.
You would think
like you picked the parts of the inventory here.
Yeah. He's acting like he never saw the script. That's a little annoying.
All right, so on the other side of the coin, what is your and we'll give you a break from talking too. By the way,
please.
we're letting you chat. I mean, you were chatting, and we're gonna make you miss your haircut. By the way.
Oh, am I?
No.
No.
What's how we doing? We doing okay?
I could stay. I told you that if you get me talking on these topics,
it's fine.
I will not shut up.
This is what people pay for. This is the good stuff that we're talking about right now. And I've realized this when we get real nerds in here, like this is what happens, and we end up talking about all these franchises in like an order, and like the order is already started. It's Star Wars and kind of like what's happened.
Yeah, and
then like DC had its Snyderverse.
Yeah,
and now it's James Gunn.
Yeah,
we could talk about that for a minute. But I'd love to say first though, like, don't you think Marvel did it with the Infinity Saga? Like, wasn't that arguably it was cinematic?
It was a symphony,
like a kind of like a masterpiece of like cinema with fantasy origins. Because a lot of people, like Martin Scorsese has said it's not cinema. I know, but I hear that.
I understand why I understand.
I do too understand. I understand, but I also look at what they did from Iron Man to Endgame, and it's hard. And like Marvel's different than Star Wars. And Star Wars was, what can we make to make this feel like a new world?
Mm-hmm.
Marvel's formula has always been 1% off from the real DNA of the world. So that's a lot different.
They invented that idea.
But they did create this kind of like better world on screen. Yeah. What's your take on the MCU?
I think that people, because it's so long ago now, I mean, it's certainly in pop culture terms, because it's so long ago, people don't realize what a gamble Iron Man was.
Oh yeah.
It was, people thought that
was like Star Wars.
People thought it was going to fail.
It was like
people
Star
were
Wars.
Like, wait, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is your tent pole. That guy's got all kinds of problems.
This is
never gonna be able
like
to
Sony.
Get it together.
Sony was probably over there sharpening the knives, but like, boy, we're going to get Captain America.
Get this on the cheap.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't get Sony's Iron Man.
So just imagine like that whole thing. If you don't, the guts that it took not only to make the movie, and they gambled millions and millions of dollars. And I will say this: this is kind of all of Mel Gibson's. This is kind of a bit of a segue, but all of Mel Gibson's problems and issues and completely crackpot viewpoints. He put up the money for Robert Downey Jr. to be in that movie.
No way.
Are you
telling me something new about this story now? I've covered this story so many times.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but they wouldn't insure, because they were like, well, Robert Downey Jr.'s he's got problems. All anybody knew about him was that he had a drug problem.
Yeah.
And so that's why when you see Robert Downey Jr. say things like, he's like, I'm never going to say anything bad about Mel Gibson. What did you type in there?
Yeah.
Don't Google that at work. So anyway, the
dirty bastard.
Yeah, like apparently Mel Gibson.
Yes, it's true.
Mel Gibson put up the money,
played a key role in Robert Downey Jr.'s career comeback by helping him secure the role in The Singing Detective in 03.
Oh, okay.
Which was just 5 years before.
Terrific movie. Okay, I got
and
those
Gibson
confused.
personally paid Downey's insurance bond after ensuring companies refused to cover him due to his struggles with addiction. So he totally helped him out financially and with
just 2 years before or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Dude,
But
I never heard that. Did you know that, Scotty?
I had no idea.
So I mean, this is in no way, he should stay off the phone. Mel Gibson should just throw his phone in the.
I liked his Santa movie, and I liked his one where he was a radio broadcaster. Like that was fun too.
I liked all the ones where he played Mad Max.
Yep,
that's about it. Okay, so the
what women want? What women
want? Like that was a huge gamble, right? It was a huge
Iron
gamble.
Man 1, yeah.
And the fact that they put, they go so far as to hire, Samuel L. Jackson is in that movie for about 5 seconds, and he got paid a pile of money. And was guaranteed then probably an additional pile of money, right? At which I'm going to guess, if I'm Samuel L. Jackson's agent, is pay or play, right? That's the fact that it spawned this entire thing, right? Is mind blowing to me, and I think because it's become so ubiquitous now, I think people don't remember what a gamble it was at first. That's what I think.
Yeah. People they definitely don't realize that, and then I always say the movie's just got to be good.
And some of them,
that's what I've realized is like the movie's got to be good. Like I loved Henry Cavill in DC, and I would think this is going to be good, and then I'd watch it and I'd just be kind of like bummed out. And then when I saw Iron Man, I was not a Marvel fan. I didn't read comics.
Oh my god!
And
this is the man with the mostly superhero. You didn't read comics.
I didn't read comics growing up. Honestly, though, this is what makes me like perfect for the show is because I was converted from a DC fan, just tried and true Superman fan. To a Marvel fan in 2008 when I saw Iron Man.
That is
and
amazing.
I go to the theater. I don't know what I'm about to see. I only know this character from some video games.
Well, do you read comics now?
Oh yeah, because this guy.
Okay.
And don't worry, man.
It's like I was about to say.
He has like 6.
I'll be right back.
He's got like 6,000 comic books in his basement. He's a weekly dedicated reader. He's got pretty much all of it, and he keeps us reading.
Good lad.
I have the exact same Iron Man origin story there, and I've been reflecting on that all week because
Ironheart.
Superman it's the first movie of
a
new universe.
It's almost like Kismet with Ironheart and Superman coming out in the same month. Like that's such a Kismet thing because you're so right. I was thinking about Iron Man a lot too with the Superman movie. Like I was like, this is it. Like if I was James Gunn, I'd be thinking, and I'm glad we're talking about it. It's Superman week. It's a good place to wrap it up. Is like we'll approach the end of new stuff is all I mean.
Sure.
So Superman's here. Superman's here. And if I was James Gunn, I'd be thinking, what would I do differently with Iron Man?
Yeah.
Like if I could push what Marvel did.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what he did. He dropped us into a world. The only difference is Iron Man is a pure origin story. And arguably, if you've seen this movie or if you haven't yet, they're saying that it's a world that kind of exists and you're getting introduced to Superman. I won't tell you anything beyond that because the movie is not out yet. Are you excited for Superman?
I'm excited I'm a huge fan of James Gunn. I have never,
St. Louis.
STL represent, and I have never once seen anything that he's put on screen that I didn't enjoy. Either, I mean, like, enjoy is the low bar. Enjoy is the lowest I've ever got. Some of them I enjoy immensely, right? Slither to this day remains one of my favorite movies.
I can't stop watching the Guardians trilogy. Like I really
terrific
can't.
movies.
They're all good, and then the third one I just watch and I'm like, is this a perfect movie?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's all ever since
free Saturday, you should come see it with us.
No, I'm going to be in Omaha.
Okay.
The Urge is opening for anybody listening at Omaha.
Yeah, we got listeners in Nebraska.
The Urge will be with 311 and Sublime at
wow, what a great show.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And Blue October is going to be there too.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be fun.
Remember back in the day, I think this was the late 90s, I had a t-shirt that had the Urge and I think 311 and I think Incubus. And I think it was like a label shirt.
Oh, okay.
You guys, it had a couple of bands that were all on the same label.
Korn, maybe.
It might have been Korn. Yeah.
Yeah, Korn and us and Incubus were all on the same label in the 90s, and we did a tour of Europe that was pretty magical. I wish you could find. I'll send you. I should have sent you that picture. I look like I'm about 12. But we've had a lot of good times with Korn and Incubus for sure on the road. We did almost all of the country. We did a huge portion of the country and then did Europe with them in like 95, 96. And lovely people. And so that might be what it is.
You miss that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
touring?
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Really?
I would do it. The random moments that I get into a tour bus these days, I immediately know exactly where my spot is. I know exactly where my shit goes. I just sleep like a baby, and then I wake up, and then it's time to play. I go, oh, there we are. So yeah, it's when we did it for, really hardcore, at least 6 years, but for the, even just in the van and all that jazz, almost 10 years, and it was, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You got a family?
I am married, yes.
Yeah.
I have no children though.
No children.
Yeah.
Married. How long are you married?
Shit. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
14 years.
You have a
And
tremendous memory.
14.
Are you-
I know
for
when
being a rock
I know
star for a long
the
time.
absolute day. I just don't know how many years. It's 11. It's 14 years.
Congratulations. We'll keep your wife's name anonymous.
That's so funny.
Roadhouse. You Roadhouse it, so
That's right.
It's gone.
That's right.
Or do you want to say your wife's? Is it your wife?
Yeah,
Husband? I don't know.
My
Which
wife, yeah.
Wife's name?
Missy.
Missy.
Yeah.
That's Sam, who's on the podcast. His wife's name is Missy.
Oh, very good.
Is she Melissa?
She is a Melissa, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we've nerded. All right. How about Fantastic Four? You excited?
I am. You know what? I got to say, I don't think that I was until the end of Thunderbolts. Spoiler alert.
Heck yeah.
Right? Like,
it doesn't even tell you anything.
I was just like,
who knows?
"Ah!" I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, here we go.
It's very
That's
vague,
pretty cool.
actually.
Yeah.
It's very
There's
vague.
a lot of theories.
Well,
there.
because I was, I liked the idea of, I don't know, I was simultaneously thrilled and disappointed because I liked the idea of the kind of retro futuristic 60s vibe of the trailer. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. They're just going to, fuck off with the continuity and just do it. And I said, I think that's pretty neat because it's the quintessential 60s comic book. It's, the thing that started the entire Marvel universe.
And you read comics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this is Marvel's first family.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're doing, by the way. I think they're still kind of abandoning everything.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Well, they show up
and then
somehow.
It's going to be their its
and then,
own
but
thing.
then it'll be,
yeah.
How do we bring it into the larger? Because here's the thing people have to remember about Marvel, and this is a great time to update people on Marvel. We got this Fantastic Four movie coming out. Next up is
Doomsday.
It's literally the next two movies.
So bananas.
It's Avengers Doomsday
Yeah.
and Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, and there's a Spider-Man movie in between those two.
That's what I heard.
I don't think there's any.
It's gonna
Are
be
we forgetting?
over a
Are we
year.
forgetting a movie? Like there might be one more movie in there.
No.
There's going to be a TV show.
Wonder
but
Man.
Wonder Man. It's not going to serve the. It's not going to serve the larger story.
Yeah.
So like, I think eventually it became like Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Captain America. Like these are the players at play.
Yeah.
And we also haven't heard from Doctor Strange since Multiverse of Madness. We're gonna get that.
What did you think? What did you think of that movie?
So I liked it. I really, it's a rewatch for me. I
Yeah.
really enjoy it. But I
Yeah.
also know that they changed the original plan
Yeah.
of that movie from the trailer that we got originally, and it was going to be a lot darker and a lot different. And it became a different movie that I didn't.
They released it out of order.
I just wish it
they
would
had to change some stuff because it was originally supposed to be after something else.
But it's amazing, actually. It's probably one of the better Marvel movies.
I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan.
Oh, Sam.
And I will say this: there's an Amazon Prime documentary series called Icons.
Yeah, I watched
it. Have you watched it? Okay.
Yes,
so
and they got the Marvel.
Yeah, I'm just now watching the
Star
Spider-Man
Wars.
version.
I'll do that next.
The Spider-Man one is really fascinating.
On the Marvel,
yeah,
the Marvel season they did.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. This is a whole season that's just about Spider-Man.
Just
movies.
Spider-Man season?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll watch that too.
Yeah. So they did one that covers all of Batman from the very beginnings all the way through the Christopher Nolan era.
Nice.
And then they do a season that is just about Spider-Man just in general, and they cover all the Sam Raimi movies in detail, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, so I want you to
Really
think
cool.
about anything we didn't talk about that you want to talk about. But you guys also get some questions too.
Right,
But you go ahead.
I just want to say, so it annoys me slightly because I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan, and I love what they did with the movie. It troubles me that they brought back Peggy Carter just to destroy her again. That annoyed the shit out of me.
5 minutes, yeah.
But otherwise, I thought it was really cool. I do think it is. So, have you read then? Since you're kind of new-ish to comics, you guys will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he'll know.
Special event crossovers right? In the comics, especially in the comics, in the heyday of the comics era, in our lifetimes, which was in like the 80s, right? In the 80s and the early 90s, before the market, fell out of it, and everybody was like, "Oh, we're bankrupt,"
Yeah.
They would put all your favorite characters in these unusual situations, a twist on their normal lives, or like the Age of Apocalypse, or any of that kind of stuff for the X-Men, and then they would kill them all in really horrible ways because they could get away with it, and they knew that they weren't going to have to own up to the fact that Colossus just trampled Kitty Pryde, right? And it annoys me to see that in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like it's like, hey, we get to kill her because it's we're going to turn Mr. Fantastic into ribbons because he's not going to play him, so who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So it's a little
Yeah, it does. It makes
what's the word I'm looking for? It just seems kind of like
non-consequential.
Cynical.
There's no
cynical,
consequences.
maybe. Yeah.
Like
it's a little cynical. It's like, hey, I was excited, and
were you excited for spoiler alert for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? 2-second pause. Have you John Krasinski's?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you like that?
Like, oh, that'd be cool.
See, I didn't really care.
Yeah,
these are like internet tropes too, which like I guess it's just part of it now.
Yeah,
it's just part of it now too.
Yeah.
Like
that's you're not wrong,
and
you're
it's
not
like
wrong.
and it's more and more part of it. Like you get Lizzo and The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Lizzo and Jack Black.
Oh yeah,
that really happened.
Yeah.
We're not making jokes.
Was
here.
that season 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they did.
I checked out after the premiere of Mandalorian season 3, which was inexplicably episode 7 of Book of Boba Fett.
Right. And Book of Boba Fett.
I was like, oh, this is so we're still doing this
5,
now. Yeah. I was like, okay,
Book of Boba Fett.
whatever.
You mean episodes 4 and 5? The Mandalorian season 2.5 is what I call it. And then the only show that can actually get away with something like this is She-Hulk, because she's always broke the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to her, but
I enjoyed the shit out of that show.
Oh man,
I did too. But he had Megan Thee Stallion on it, and it was because she's, it's actually kind of cool because it brings culture into the culture.
Yeah.
And it's very meta, and meta's going to be in for a long time. So it's not gonna go away. It's like in Deadpool, you talk about the non-success of Captain America: Brave New World, the troublesome box office of Thunderbolts, even though it's a very good movie.
Yeah.
You got to look at like how Deadpool and Wolverine did.
I enjoyed
and it was
shit out of that movie.
I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but
1.4 billion plus
just for that one.
Just for that one movie.
I mean, superhero movies are struggling nowadays. Like there's something, it's not just because it was adult and R that helped, but it's that fourth wall, willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's so Marvel.
Yeah. Wade Wilson is in on the joke.
Yeah.
That's the best bit of it.
And maybe James is bringing a little bit of that just DC. Because he's got his music, he's got his heart, but he also brings the human side, which is very Marvel.
Yeah.
DC's never brought it. We might finally have it. So, Bill Reiter from The Urge, El Monstero, LucaBrasi.
LucaBrasi, one word, because there's a lot
Help
of
me.
there's a lot of LucaBrasis.
What's LucaBrasi?
I don't. Well, it's from The Godfather.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. As
LucaBrasi sleeps with the fishes.
We have it.
What do you mean we have it?
We have it, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Scotty's the look.
Have you seen it though?
Yeah,
you have seen it.
Yeah, just once.
Okay,
just one time.
All right.
Do you watch it a lot?
It's time for a rewatch.
He's young. Just
I saw it. I got it.
I'm friends with his dad.
Yeah, that's the joke.
He dropped him on his head a couple of times.
That's hilarious.
I've seen it, and I've seen The Sopranos, and I think I got it.
Yeah. No,
frankly,
watch the first.
I'll give you an opinion on it. Like it's fine.
Watch Godfather and Godfather 2.
What is
the
it?
only two movies
I just
in
feel
the
like
series.
The only ones.
Yeah, they're
okay.
They wrap it up just fine at the end of Godfather 2. So just watch those two.
You think they hold up? When's the last time you saw The Godfather? Like for real?
Oh, 4 months ago.
And it's like it's holding up.
It is one of the best movies.
That's all I got to hear. I got to hear that because some people claim they like The Godfather and then they haven't seen it either.
No,
and I'm like, you're a fan.
No, yeah, no. It's one. It is there. It is the reason that there's a reason that it is the benchmark for all movies like that. It is one of the best movies ever made.
The reason why you named your band.
Yeah, right. And we named it. So LucaBrasi, one word. Apparently, there's a lot of LucaBrasis out there, but we are the only one with one word.
Nice.
So
okay, that's how you find you.
Yeah, that's right.
Where else can people find you?
Well, yeah. So The Urge is in Omaha this weekend. We're very excited about that. It's going to be a blast.
What about to stay informed, stuff like that?
Well, yeah, theurge.net and elmonstero.com will have all information for upcoming shows for those. And I mean, you can look me up on the socials. It's just my name and face.
Bill Reiter.
That's me.
That's it. They can find you on social.
That's right. And I will say, it's been a pleasure. It's really fun. I could sit here. I know you're trying to get me out of here.
I'm not.
I don't want.
We're going to keep you on time for your haircut.
Yeah.
We always keep the thing too.
I think I look fine.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
my wife was like, I think it's about time.
Well, the only other nerdy thing I'll tease is we're going to talk about it after you leave because you haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, Ironheart.
Ironheart.
I really want to see it, so I'll leave because I don't want to be spoiled.
You don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm excited. I love the character.
If you read, the character.
Yeah.
If you know the comics, I'm familiar now. And
it's
if
a really good ramp up.
And if you're
the whole 6 episodes.
And if you're there's 6 episodes. They're all out on Disney Plus.
Nice.
If you're a fan of the character, you got to see it.
I am.
If you're a fan of Iron Man and some little nods to back, or even a little help would be from, believe it or not, the first Doctor Strange movie might help you out on this show.
Is that right?
That's right. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'd watch the first Iron Man. I'd watch Doctor Strange.
Well, what about Wakanda Forever? Yeah.
And Wakanda Forever, where we met Riri.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Anything else for Bill, Andy, before we go?
What's your favorite STL venue to play at?
Oh man,
anywhere.
My favorite venue ever.
STL's good too. Do both.
Favorite venue ever. Oh my god. It's a tie between a place called the Masquerade in Atlanta and the Blue Note in Columbia.
Oh wow.
And certainly the best place in St. Louis emeritus was Mississippi Nights. You couldn't beat it.
Okay.
It was the best place ever.
I've been to many shows at the Blue Note. Blue Note's top tier.
But certainly the pageant is like a second home to me now, and I every time I walk in there, I love it. So yeah, the pageant is an awesome place to play.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Anything else for Bill?
Yeah, I got 2.
Go ahead, do it.
Okay, so you're warming up for El Monstero here. You guys are getting ready to put on a show.
August 2nd.
What song are you just like, man, I can't wait to play this song?
All of my favorite. I feel like as you get older, this could be insane talk. I feel like as you get older, and if you're really into the music of Pink Floyd, your focus changes. The things that you think are cool aren't as cool, right? And the first time I realized that I liked Pink Floyd, I was 9, like when The Wall came out, and my friend across the street had an older brother. Gary Dwyer was my friend across the street, and his older brother was maybe 3 or 4 years older than we were, and he had The Wall on LP, and we went up and listened to the Wall, and it was the first time that I had ever heard something that I thought I shouldn't be listening to, right? And I was like, what is happening here? It's kind of scary, but it sounds pretty, and then it's like terrifying, and I don't know what's going on. And so I think that there's an aspect of it that's kind of anti-authoritarian, certainly, and anti-establishment, but then there's a part of it that's more about the texture of the music. And I think that when you get older, or at least for me, when I got older, my focus on it changed. My favorite album is Animals, hands down. I wouldn't have said that 10 years ago, and I would have said something different 20 years ago.
Yeah, amen to that.
But so we're playing. Well, see, I don't want. So, but we're gonna play some Animals stuff. See, Kevin just had a feeling, like heard a million voices crying out in terror, and we're suddenly silenced. And but yeah, so we're gonna play some Animals, and anytime we are ramping up to do an Animal song, I get super excited because I think we're really good at it, right? I think those are our kind of high points in the set, but also it's my favorite songs, and I think it's the perfect distillation of like the thematic elements of Pink Floyd and the textural and musical elements, like say like between The Wall and Dark Side or whatever. Sure. So that's my favorite bit to play, and so that I get really excited when that happens.
Okay, being a musician, what is the most memorable show you've ever seen? If you're like, man, if I could go back and relive watching this show again.
That is a tough one.
Get your guys ready too. We'll name all our.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, I'll keep this brief because I could answer this question in a million ways. In 1992, The Urge played at like noon on some kind of big radio festival thing. It was the day that we met 311. They played right after us, so that's how long ago this was, right? They weren't headlining or anything. They played at 1. We played at noon. They played at 1, and Helmet was the headliner, and I also did mushrooms, and I watched Helmet, and it was the best. That was like I was having the best time. I was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. So I would put that one up there. I don't know if anybody's seen the American Utopia David Byrne tour.
I did.
I saw it in person twice, and the first time I saw it, I was just completely stupefied. I was like, nobody in history has ever thought about staging a rock concert like this. And he's in his 70s, and he's at the absolute top of his game. It was unbelievable. That I really, really couldn't believe. And Peter Gabriel, the I.O. tour just recently was unbelievable.
Nice.
We went to Chicago to see it at the United Center, and it was stupefying. You know, another man in his 70s who was singing like you couldn't. There was no notice of fatigue or inability in anything that he was singing. He was awesome. And then I was just at what is it called? It's not Mile High Stadium, Empower Field in Denver for Coldplay, which was completely stupefying. I could not believe, and I think I feel like I have a kind of a better handle on how things are done for rock shows of that scale than the average concert goer. And there was a couple things I'm just like, well, I don't know how they did that. So I don't know what's going on there. So it was
good question, Scotty.
Pretty awesome.
All right, and then I'll end with this because it's good for locals. It's good for people coming to town. It's a total change of the mindset. Give us 3 restaurants that you could recommend in town.
Oh boy. Okay, so Press. There's a place called Press. It is down what do you call the neighborhood? It's like down. It's down toward downtown southish. It's like Gravois, California ish. It's called Press.
South City.
Yes, and they have this stuffed pizza that is unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it. You know, you go, what is this? And then you eat it, and it's astonishing. But they also have pasta entrees there that are, I mean, as good, easily as good, if not better. I mean, you can throw a rock and hit a lot of pasta restaurants in this town. Their pasta there is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And they have a bunch of craft cocktails. They have like some original cocktails on draft there, and it's a wonderful place.
Press.
So I highly recommend that.
Press?
Yes, Press.
All right, number 2.
Ooh,
make you work for it today.
Yeah, I don't know. Nesto is right up the street from my house, and I eat there all the time. That place is great.
In there?
Facts. These are
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're neighbors basically. Yeah,
Jovic Brothers down the street.
Yeah, Jovic Brothers. Oh, dude,
I'm so addicted.
that's a problem.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be that close.
Now they extended their hours, and now it's even more of a problem.
You ever had Steve's hot dogs?
I have. They're pretty good. Actually, I'll tell you what, Steve's the hamburgers are amazing.
They are.
Like,
I get a burger a lot.
When I go there, I don't get a hot dog. I usually get a hamburger.
On the Star Wars day, I had the waffle cone lightsaber.
Delightful.
You ever go to the Royale?
I love I DJ there all the time.
Of course.
Yes. I should. I was gonna say that.
I've seen you spin there. You spin vinyl.
That's right. That's right.
Cool.
That's right. Cool. That's the last time I saw you. Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, I don't have anything on the books there yet, but I'm usually there on a Wednesday or a Sunday.
All right.
Look up the Royale on Instagram, and they'll tell you.
This is how we'll wrap it up, and this will be part of the edit here. You're gonna go first, then you, Scotty, then you. You just say, "I'm." Your name?
Oh, I'm Bill Reiter.
Scotty Scoop.
Andy Hunn.
And I'm your host, Logan Janis. That's Mostly Superheroes, and we'll see you next time. Check out mostlysuperheroes.com and take it easy.
Don't script my reality.